Alrighty, we are with Wilma Olds, who is the 2018 Kansas State Fair champion bread sculptress. And Miss Olds, explain to us about your sculpture right here, and how did you get this creativity going? Because this is a wonderland of bread.
Well, I formed the basket. I had to make 3 baskets actually before I found the right shape and the right bread for the basket. I braided it over a roaster, an upside down roaster, and then I had a blacksmith help me with creating the handle out of metal so that I could bake over it. The trouble we had was that the handle measurements that I first gave him wasn't capable of going into my oven.
Oh goodness.
And so, but he worked with me, and so I have that, form to do. And then I just got creative with the different doughs. It probably took me a month and a half, weekends and evenings, just forming different bread shapes.
Wow. So all of these flowers are bread.
Yes.
All of this basket is bread.
Yes.
All of the leaves are bread.
Yes.
The only thing is there's a little bit of coconut in there.
Oh, there's coconut, there's oatmeal, there's poppy seed, there's cake sprinkles, there's nuts, sunflower seeds. I used whole wheat bread, I used white bread, egg wash, colored egg wash,
wow.
coloring and frostings. Yeah.
So, how long have you been shaping bread? What brought you to this? What was I bet I could make a piece of artwork out of bread.
Well, this last year was the first year that the Kansas Wheat Commission had the bread sculpturing contest. And I was very intrigued by that because I've entered the state fair for a number of years, the bread basket, the cookie jar, the heirloom, and this was something new. And so I tried it, and it was successful.
All right, how many hours did it take to make this whole basket of goodie?
I worked full time, so probably I started a month and a half before this fair, working evenings and weekends.
So now, is there a specific recipe that you have to use for shaping bread, or?
There are bread shaping recipes out there, but I just stood by my old standby whole wheat bread and my white flour bread, and used those that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
And I made probably about over 250 pieces. Before I chose which ones I wanted to go in the basket. Some of them cracked, some of them don't turn out, they over raise, or
So now, are you allowed any structural integrity pieces? You mentioned the handle, but is there wire that goes inside the stems or something?
No, there are dowel rods.
Dowel rods, okay.
In some of them, and like the spiral, I baked over a dowel rod covered with a oiled foil.
Okay.
The dowel rod is in like the stem.
Okay.
And then I just covered it with dough, and then it allowed me to. Actually, I used a screwer because it has a pointed edge.
Okay.
And it allowed me to poke it into the foam that is underneath the base of the coconut.
Okay. So are you going to try something for next year's contest?
I'd like to try again next year. Time is, I have to find out if I have enough time to do it.
So what did you do when you were working on this for the month? Did you put them in the freezer? How do you?
No, I just air dried everything.
Air dried everything. Okay.
Yeah,
so as pretty as it is, it's edible, but not edible.
It's still edible, but it's very hard.
Okay. We're talking more cracker than bread right now.
Right.
Well, wonderful. what would you say to folks that want to try this for this coming contest?
Oh yeah, just go for it. You know, in working with it a month and a half in advance, it kind of gave you the time. You know, you could start on it now, and it kind of gave you time to think of the next step and the next approach or the next item that you want to try. You know, you don't have to do it all at once. And that's what kind of got me into this competition, because I don't have a lot of time. And so it didn't matter. They don't taste it. So, you know, it didn't matter if it was hard. It didn't matter if the seasoning wasn't quite right, or, you know.
We're just looking on pretty. It's just artistic.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I tell you what, you make Kansas wheat look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. You were very, very kind.
Thanks so much.
Sure.